A centuries-old tradition begins. Millions of participants will take to the streets for the annual Running of the Bulls.
The annual World Gravy Wrestling Championships, there's a thing apparently, has taken place in the English village of Stacksteads.
Sporting events have always been a cornerstone of human entertainment, showcasing feats of athleticism, endurance, and skill. However, some sporting spectacles take a slightly different route, embracing the bizarre, the quirky, and the downright unusual. From wife-carrying races to Shin Kicking championships, these events add a unique flair to the world of sports, drawing participants and spectators alike from across the globe. In today's video, we will have a look at some of the most bizarre sporting events in the world. So without any further delay, let's get started. Wife-carrying race in Finland. Forget romantic comedies. Finland has a different kind of love story. The wife-carrying race, or Yukon Kanto. This isn't your average couples competition. It's a hilarious and quirky tradition that tests teamwork and maybe a little bit of trust, with a dash of absurdity. Imagine this: burly Finnish men sprinting across an obstacle course, not with a baton, but with their wives or girlfriends, partners, even neighbors. It's not about marital status. Hoisted on their shoulders, piggyback style, fireman carry, or even the wife hanging upside down with legs hooked around the husband's neck. The course itself is no walk in the park. Think sandpits, water hazards, and obstacles that would make an obstacle course look like a Sunday picnic. The first couple to cross the finish line, the wife still firmly in place, no dropping allowed, wins the grand prize, the wife's weight in beer. Talk about a thirst quencher. So if you're looking for a laugh and a glimpse into Finnish culture, then head to Sonkajärvi, Finland for the annual wife-carrying race. Running of the Bulls in Spain. Imagine dodging a snorting bull in a stampede of thousands. That's the exhilarating reality of the Running of the Bulls in Pamplona, capital of Spain. This historic town explodes with the San Fermin festival in July, which is a week-long festival filled with music, fireworks, and a tradition that's equal parts daring and dangerous. The real test comes in the morning. Forget your usual jog. The Running of the Bulls is a heart-pounding dash alongside 6 powerful bulls for a distance of over 800 meters. The run starts at the Santo Domingo Corral, where the bulls are released, and the route winds through the narrow cobbled streets of Pamplona's Old Town, finishing at the city's bull ring. Despite the dangers, the Running of the Bulls remains a beloved and deeply ingrained tradition in Spanish culture, symbolizing courage and foolishness, but the exhilaration of living life to the fullest at the same time. For many, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that leaves a lasting impression and fosters a sense of camaraderie among participants. Swamp Soccer World Championships in Finland. One-of-a-kind event that combines the love of football with the rugged terrain of swampy marshlands. Teams from around the world gather to compete in this quirky and entertaining tournament, which has gained popularity for its unique blend of athleticism and humor. The tournament typically takes place in late summer, when the marshlands are at their muddiest and most challenging. The playing field is a chaotic mess of splashing water, flying mud, and determined athletes creating a spectacle that is as exhilarating as it is amusing. This isn't just a random act of muddy mayhem. The Swamp Soccer World Championships have been a Finnish tradition since 1998. Originally conceived as a fun summer training exercise for cross-country skiers. Today, nearly 200 teams from all over the globe compete across men's, women's, mixed, masters, and hobbyist categories. It's a celebration of athleticism, camaraderie, and perhaps a healthy dose of madness. Shin Kicking in England. Shin kicking is a traditional English sport that is unique and somewhat eccentric event, involves competitors grappling with each other while attempting to throw their opponent to the ground by targeting their shins and ankles. The goal is simple: land the most bone-jarring kicks on your opponent's shins and bring them tumbling to the ground. The crowd roars with laughter and cheers as the men contort, strategize, and unleash kicks with surprising agility. There's a surprising amount of skill involved. A well-timed sweep or a perfectly aimed kick can send your opponent sprawling, earning you bragging rights and the title of Shin Kicking champion. To protect themselves from the impact of kicks, competitors often wear straw-stuffed pants or trousers, known as breeches, which provide some padding, but still allow for a fair amount of pain to be felt. The shin kicking might seem like a barbaric relic of the past, but it's a cherished tradition that celebrates resilience, camaraderie, and the ability to take a good kick in the shins. Bog Snorkeling in Wales. In the charming Welsh town of Llanwrtyd Wells, brave souls gear up with snorkels, flippers, and a can-do attitude. They're not after crystal clear waters, though. They're taking the plunge into a murky peat bog for the annual championship. This annual event takes place that defies convention and challenges the spirit of adventure. This unique sport, born from the region's abundant peat bogs, has captured the imagination of participants and spectators alike, drawing visitors from around the world to partake in the muddy madness. Bog Snorkeling is not your typical sporting event. The rules are simple yet stringent. Traditional snorkeling gear must be worn, and conventional swimming strokes are strictly forbidden. It's a test of strength, endurance, and sheer determination as participants vie for glory and bragging rights in one of Wales' most unique sporting traditions. Gravy Wrestling Championships in England. The Gravy Wrestling Championships is a hilarious event where competitors wrestle in a pool of gravy. The World Gravy Wrestling Championships is an annual event held in England. This hilarious competition sees brave and possibly slightly crazy contestants grapple in a vat of vegetarian gravy. While takedowns and pins are definitely part of the game, the Gravy Wrestling Championships is about much more than just wrestling prowess. Fancy dress costumes and over-the-top theatrics are highly encouraged, with points awarded for entertainment value and overall wackiness. It is more than just a wacky competition. It's a beloved local tradition that brings the community together. The event raises money for East Lancashire Hospice, a charity that provides care and support to terminally ill patients and their families. It's a messy yet entertaining affair that attracts both locals and visitors alike, adding a unique flavor to this sporting scene.